Give me a minute, y'all. I always do this. Got so much on my mind that I'm moving too fast. Hopefully, we gonna get this right out the way. And if you know anything, about me, it's not clickbait. It's not clickbait. One of my friends was talking to me right before the stream, and I let somebody do the thumbnail. What was it last week or the week before? Because apparently my thumbnails are not catchy enough, which I don't care about. And so they asked if this was something I'll let somebody else do, and it's not, because I think this is a kind of cliche thumbnail that people put up when they're trying to get people's attention, but mine's is not clickbait. The sentence that I put in the thumbnail is what it means. It's not some kind of you know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about this. So I'm gonna just say up front what I'm talking about in the thumbnail, but I'm gonna get to some news and then we'll get to that. But yeah, nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about the war. I'm not scared of a war. Why are you guys so scared of a war? Wars have popped off before. This is gonna die off in no time. It's gonna be cool next week. Okay, y'all keep believing that. I'm not trying to be bearish or anything, but I keep saying everybody's saying that, like, oh, it's gonna be cool. Like, this is a nothing burger, and we're gonna be cool by next week or whatever. But, and and I say this all the time too. It's one of the most things I've always said. Hey, when the market's fearful, buy the dip, blah 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 blah, whatever. That's what we all say. Sounds good to say. And I saw somebody this morning was like STFU and buy the dip. I wanted to say STFU back, but anyway. Yeah, everybody's just talking about the wolf. That's the only thing. And I got a lot to try to talk about, but I cut a lot of stuff out so I can just talk about that and be really concise with it. So people understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I understand. It's the biggest thing right now. So people just paying attention to the war and like, oh, last time this happened, but there's so much more going on. Let's see if we can fly through this and hit some of the important stuff. I did lose I lost one of my most important slides for this live, but I'll just talk about it. And it doesn't show on the chart here because this is the full chart, but it was on some exchange. I can't remember where Bitcoin went down to 54. What you call it? It's one of those little quick wicks, scam wicks, whatever you want to call it. And I lost my information on it. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about that in a minute. Let's just get through these slides. Anyway, Bitcoin is sitting at 61.4 right now. We were up to about 64,000 even as of yesterday. Now we've come down to 61,000. Thinking we could go lower, but everybody else is really bullish right now, and I know everybody's talking about October and blah 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 blah. Cool. I'm half with you, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm half with you. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So we're down to 61,000. Could go lower, could go lower, higher, but I say lower. But anyway, because this is another I keep telling y'all, I've been telling y'all forever. And everybody's like, oh, so I've been watching you for a minute. I know not to do that, blah, 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 blah. But what happens is, I'm probably taking longer on this than I want to. But what happens is, I say this even for a lot of people that's influenced, so-called influencers. I keep saying a lot of them shouldn't be crypto influencers. They barely know what they're talking about. But when they see everybody else saying something, they're like, oh, this is how it works, because they don't know how it works. They're like, oh, this is how it works. So okay, that's what everybody's saying. So if everybody's saying it, then it's gonna be true, whatever. Like I even say, self-fulfilling prophecy. So everybody's talking about October, and I've been telling y'all for the last 2 weeks, like, everybody's saying this crap, like, it's not about to happen. Number one, they're gonna catch you on the liquidations, and that's exactly what happened. We have $500 million in liquidations yesterday because everybody was so ready, always trying to front run. Sometimes to me, being early and front running is two different things. I know that sounds probably stupid, y'all, sounds contradicting, but it's two different things. Being early means I have my convictions, and whatever happens just happens, and I'm early to it. Front running is like being early, but you're FOMOing. And so what people thought, I'm a front run October because I know for a fact, because that's in their mindset. They know for a fact it's going to be up, and so they try to front run it, and they just like, well, let me just go ahead and put it's a little leverage on this because I know it's going up. No, you don't. They're going to catch you every time. So once again, stop playing the liquidation game. I know I saw somebody talking about the fact they was going to try it for this first time. Every time somebody says it, I'm telling you, it's always going to be bad because usually the subject matter of why you're trying it for the first time is the same thing that the market makers and the whales are thinking. They know you're going to try it for the first time because of October or Santa rally, whatever crap that people are talking about, and you usually don't know what you're doing, and you're just losing yourself money. Do I talk about that one yet? I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. But yeah, so anyway, $500 million got liquidated yesterday because everybody was so convinced it's October and they knew what they were talking about, and it was guaranteed if you ask them, but it was never guaranteed. What is this one? I'm gonna skip some stuff because I really want to just get to. I wish I wouldn't have lost that article about the. Unless one of y'all can help me out if y'all saw it too. That exchange. I think it went down to like 52K. I know it hit 54K. A little scam wick. I think it was some whales selling and buying back, but whatever. These types of tweets just really annoy me. I'm gonna just talk about it real quick. It says yesterday, USBTC ETF had an outflow of negative 246 million. I forgot to talk about the ETF numbers. Y'all know how I feel about it by now. But anyway, let me finish this. So ETF had an outflow of $246 million. All net sold except for one, the black one. Do you see who bought yesterday? The largest asset manager in the world. I forgot the name. Somebody help me. What is the black one called? Well, they're pretty much being sarcastic here and saying like, "Oh, BlackRock is holding." But I keep telling you on this channel, y'all don't know. Listen, stop. You don't know what BlackRock is buying. You don't know how much they hold. And I'm not saying anything bad about this dude, but he's kind of having this arrogant sarcasm as he's like, follow what the whales do. You don't know what they're doing. Like they got multiple wallets. They just told us and I thought a lot. I thought, I wasn't even trying to be like, oh, I'm earlier. I'm the only one talking about this. I've kind of thought that everybody would start talking about the article or whatever. The fact that they have said that, no, y'all don't know what all our wallets are because we think it's too dangerous because for the one wallet we put out there, y'all started sending us BRC20 crap and meme coins and all kinds of trash to our wallets. So no, we're not going to put all our wallets out there. They said it plain and clear. And you still have people saying stuff like this, like, I'm watching what BlackRock's doing. I don't care what anybody else is doing because I'm following the smart people. You're not following anybody. You don't know what they're doing. So stop talking arrogantly like this. You don't know. I just report the stupid numbers because it's a thing that everybody's talking about. And that's how people are going to decide what they do. Anyways, don't want to talk about this one either. Pretty much the same thing. I get it. Buy the dip. I'm not saying don't, but let me finish this thing. I'm gonna just throw these two together real quick. And I'm gonna just talk about them very vaguely, but it is what it is. So we got a project that launched, and it launched supposed to be really, really bullish project. But what happened is they found out that the investors and insiders had 40% of the supply and pretty much was dumping it on launch. And people's like, see, this is why I don't do VC projects. I told y'all, blah blah blah. But in the same token, well, no pun intended, because it's crypto. But in the same sentence, I would say, we had the same thing come out with a meme coin yesterday. I should have wrote better notes on this. Let me try not to be too long-winded about this and just hit the main points. I don't think I wrote good notes on this. I don't really have to write notes. The point being is somebody's always going to be early. And I think I know, and I've said it too, that meme coins are going to be a thing this cycle. But I see some of y'all talking about them. If I'm holding some meme coins, I'm holding them right now. I'm not studying no new. I don't care what runs. Oh, but yesterday this one ran 85x. I'm sorry, that's cool. Right now, I just don't have time to be throwing my money into meme coins right now, even though it's one of the biggest narratives of the cycle. Yes, it's going to continue. All this kind of crowd. I know people going to be like, oh, you don't know what you're doing because you're not paying attention to meme coins. No, I'm paying attention. But right now, I'm trying to collect utility projects because let me hit these key points. What's going to happen is a lot of y'all going to lose money. So let me say something that nobody knows. I want to talk about some particular projects. I know about two of them. Let me tell y'all this. So what happened is, let's make this concise. What happens is people have already been able to do this, but we have more technology now that can track wallets, track supplies, and where the stuff is, and clusters and all that kind of stuff to show who is holding how much of a token. There's more. They already were able to do this. Even last cycle, the people who were really good at it knew how to do it. Now we have technology that can show us even more stuff. So what happens in these situations is, whether it's this is truth, whether it's a utility project or whether it's a meme coin, when the insiders, for one, insiders usually going to have most of the supply. They can dump it whenever they want to. But if it ever becomes a time where the insiders know each other's wallets and they know somebody else is trying to like buy up the majority of the supply, I'm gonna tell you, as crazy as it sounds, even if it's a utility project, whether that's AI, RWA gaming, and somebody's trying to say that the market cap is low and somebody's trying to buy up the supply, the whales will leave that project. I'm trying to tell it sounds stupid, but I'm trying to tell you. That's why I even say sometimes when y'all be talking about like, oh, I found this meme coin early, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of it. If you do that, only thing you're gonna do is leak your own bags. Because what's gonna happen, just like with the utility play that's in this article and this meme coin token, what happens is, I'm gonna try to make this simple. Let's say, okay, it's not October 1st. Let's say it's October 1st. October 1st, and let's say this token, whether it's a utility play or what you call it, a meme coin. Let's say it launched 2 weeks ago. October 1st, the whales get together and they're like, yo, who's this person over here buying up a lot of the supply? That's not one of us. Is that you? No, that's not me. Is that you? No, that's not me. This person is buying up the supply. They're not going to say anything. But over the next 2 weeks, between October 1st and October 14th, they're all going to slowly sell out of the positions and you're going to see the price slowly leaking down. They're going to leave it and go on to another project. So I know I'm mainly talking about meme tokens because it's usually the thing y'all can get early. A lot of people be thinking they're getting over and trying to buy up most of the supply. I've seen it happen a lot of times. Only thing you're going to do is you're going to make the project either wait to pump the project or they're going to leave the project. And you're going to be like, but no, they're not going to leave this project because they will, because they don't like that. Like, this is just how the game works. And so I'm talking in between the lines, but you're gonna have to do your own research. But this especially happens with meme tokens. People think they're gonna buy up. Like I always say that on the channel, it's like, don't try to buy up most of the supply. I think it's gonna make you Jeff Bezos and depend on that one bag. Get just enough so you can make some money and then move on with it. Because what happens is, and let's use a bigger one. I'll talk about this one. I got 3 more I could talk about, but hold on. Let me write something in my notes real quick. My bad. I don't claim it, but I got a little ADHD, y'all. So sometimes I gotta write notes real quick because I know I'll think of something and I know I'll forget it. All right, so this is actually, to be honest, not even the best example. I want to use 2 others. It's a little. I don't want to talk about it, but so StarkNet. So we had StarkNet come out, a project I've been tracking since last cycle or whatever. And the thing is, let's say StarkNet was a meme token. They'll let it bleed out and they won't say anything until after. Like, say if they want some clickbait commentary about it or they just want some engagement on their post, they'll be like, Bluefoot Dog meme coin rugged or whatever. It never rugged, but they want everybody to go look at the chart like, oh, look, they're giving us information or whatever about rugs. This person is going to alert me about rugs and let me know in the future. Let me follow them or whatever. But what happens is they probably were in the meme token. Somebody started buying up the supply. The whales didn't like it. They let it dump to zero. Then they start talking about it. I hope it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Let me know if in the chat if what I'm saying makes sense or not, or it's confusing to y'all. I feel like I'm saying it as clear as day. I may be wrong though. But so anyway, yeah, but the point is, like, people keep talking about, oh, VC projects are bad. Both projects are doing it, and more people are going to start to call it out. Let me see if I can make this in key points. It's going to happen more. More people are going to start calling it out. 2, find good projects early. Get a decent allocation. If you do got a couple $100,000, don't be throwing a couple $100,000 into some low market cap token, because they will leave the project. I'm gonna say this one more time. They will leave the project and make up a whole reason why they're leaving the project. And be honest, y'all gotta realize they don't care if y'all say, oh, that project was a rug, because it doesn't matter if they were VCs behind or whoever, they can always go and move on to another project. They got buddies in other projects, and whatever. So pretty much just find good tokens, put a decent amount in, way to make some money, whether it's a meme coin or utility tokens. It's the same game. It's really what I'm trying to say. That's the main point. People keep trying to act like, getting the meme coins is safer, but it's not. So I'm gonna wait to see. I doubt y'all even. Yep, I'm not saying that y'all don't know anything, but I don't even know if y'all even know about this meme token. Let me see. Where's the price even going today after this came out? Might have to check it later because they just started talking about it this morning. Yeah, it's going down. Exactly. So, yeah, there's more I want to say, but yeah, just same game. Meme tokens, utility plays the same game. You're not escaping VCs or you're not escaping the game just because you're investing in meme tokens. You're probably going to lose a lot of money that way. Just being honest. Not saying meme tokens won't be a narrative. I got other important stuff to talk about. I don't know why I'm talking about this so long, but yeah, meme coins will be a narrative this cycle. But don't be FOMOing a whole bunch of your bags in there. Let's keep moving. I just kind of talked about that one. Okay. I mean, I'm praying for these people and everything. So I don't want, because I know people will flip what you say in a minute and be like, act like he was nonchalant. He don't care about people. I care about the danger and the lives lost and the stuff going on in Israel right now with the Iran attacks or whatever. And this is where I gotta kind of stick to my notes because it's about to get a little crazy here. Um, okay. Y'all gotta realize how my brain works. Um, Actually, I heard that smart and genius people, this is how our brains work anyway. A lot of people probably think I'm slow. Like, he never gets his words out. He must be stupid. No, it actually means I'm really smart. And I'm trying to, well, not smart how I place that, but, all right, let's get to this. Why does this thing keep falling? But yeah, so anyway, yeah, the war thing is a serious thing and it could escalate. And I'm going to try to talk about how I think all this is going to play out. Whew, this is about to get crazy. Let's see if we can make this get this out the way. So let me talk about the main thing I started talking about yesterday. But if y'all watched the stream yesterday, I got some information at the last minute, or I had a revelation at the last minute. Let's try to make this short. This is gonna be really hard, I think. Should I talk about this yet? Wait, let me hold on. What I have over here. You know what? I know I'm around about this, so let me talk about it last. So sorry I did that. Sorry about that, but let me just get this out of the way. So let's bullish news and just some alpha. Maybe y'all can do something with this information. Maybe y'all could just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I don't really want to talk about this political stuff. I forgot I had it on here. So, y'all tell me what's going on with Canada. PayPal stablecoin PYUSD now purchasable on MoonPay in all supported countries. If you're on a MoonPay, is one of the ways you can get money into your wallet or off your wallet when you've taken profits. I haven't seen what their fee. They've been around since last cycle, but I don't know what their fees are this time around, and I haven't like really taken profits into cash this cycle yet. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. See how my brain works. PayPal USD can now be purchased on MoonPay via all major payment methods in all supported countries, excluding Canada. I don't know why. PYUSD is a dollar redeemable payments focused stablecoin, reportedly backed 100% by the US dollar deposits, short term US treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. Anyway, partnerships happening, all that kind of good stuff. PayPal has a lot of money on it already. Some people like keep their money on PayPal. Some of y'all probably do that. Like if they get payments, they just keep it on there and spend it off. When they buy stuff, they just leave it on there. So maybe they'll convert it to PYUSD. That's a long name. They should have just called it PUSD, but whatever. No, I think somebody already got the name. Let me talk about this one. I was going to talk about this last. We're going to get to the main story in a minute. But Australia's Operation Kraken seizes over $6 million in crypto after listen to this. Australia's Operation Kraken seizes over $6 million in crypto after deciphering seed phrases from organized crime wallets. That's exactly what it sounds like, y'all. So, let me try to talk about this short. A lot of y'all be asking me like, how are you taking profits? And let me say this: when I talk about taking profits, I think the way y'all ask me the question, I talk about in the short term, like when the cycle is over, and then you decide where you want to disperse your stuff, or whatever. And I think as I think about, I went back and watched a couple of my streams, and I think what it made it sound like is I was just going to keep all my money forever and forever and forever and forever and forever, all the way in crypto. Like for the time being, like right after taking profits, as you're trying to wait and see if there's going to be another top, blah, 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 whatever else, and buying back into the market. but nothing is really safe. It's very important to disperse your stuff all over, because if somebody gets a hold of your device, even if it's not widespread now, there's going to be a time where people, I know we like to see phrases, 12 words, 24 C phrases, how they going to figure out all that kind of stuff. But there's going to be ways to crack this stuff, especially with the quantum computing and all this kind of stuff. So you don't, for one, you definitely don't want to keep it all on one cold storage. I know I talked about to y'all about getting a cold storage now, but you really should have 8 to 12. If you asking me, I feel like you should have 8 to 12, at least 10 different storages. My stuff gonna be in different countries. Like I said, somebody try to rob me and take some, you only gonna get a little bit of it anyway. Plus, I'm gonna have money spread across bank accounts or whatever, stuff like that. So maybe if y'all want to, let me put this. Or I don't want to talk about it too long. Let me just put this in the chat. And let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Did y'all understand what I was saying? All right, I'm gonna get to some of that stuff in a minute. So yeah, I covered it. All right. Let's just talk. Let's get this out of the way. I usually say this like, you already know this if you're watching the channel, but if you're new to the channel, you're new to crypto, and you just got into crypto, XRP is not hitting $200. It says XRP price breaks the 3.5-year downtrend as analysts predicts it will hit $200. It's not going to hit $200, y'all. Stop. Don't believe that. Please get out of XRP and buy something else. If it goes up in the short term, you can probably make some money, probably make a 2x, you probably make a 5x over a cycle, maybe a 10x, but there's other places that you can make more money. So please do not expect XRP to go to $200. Now to the main point. Now this one is going to get a little crazy because I got a lot of notes on here to try to help me stay on track here. And I'm gonna try to make it short. We're gonna see how this goes, though. So this is what I started talking about at the end of the stream yesterday. A lot of people are still talking about the war, and that's the big thing. And like, oh, we had wars before. Oh, they attacked people before, and when they attacked people before, we eventually went back up. I see people saying stuff like, "Go to sleep, wake up back next week." Next week probably ain't gonna be looking too good either. Yeah, I get it. Buy the dip, buy the fear. Cool. I understand. But I don't think this is gonna be over. But I'm gonna say what I think is gonna happen. So anyway, what's going on right now is I'm gonna talk about a lot of bearish stuff here. So hopefully if you got a stream anxiety, you might not want to, I don't know, you might want to click off. I don't know. But I think it's information you should know. Very important that nobody's talking about. So anyway, dock workers are striking. Basically striking because they like, look, man, y'all making all this money, especially since the pandemic happened and stuff, and the cost of goods going up and inflation, and stuff is more in demand. So y'all making money, but us as the workers are not making money. So we want a pay increase. Pretty much, I think the pay increase they wanted was like 77% over the next 6 months or something like that. Then they came back and they said, all right, we ain't doing 77%. Well, we will do 50%, which they said they're not trying to hear. They want that 77%. Y'all making bank. We need to make bank too. There's other stuff out of saying, the government is back in favor of the dock workers or whatever, and they feel like they're going to help them negotiate. I see that stuff coming out too, which is why people keep saying that the dock thing is not a big deal and the war thing is the big deal. But let me see if I can get to these points. So number one, I was going to save this for last, but I'm just go ahead and hit it and just get it out the way. 2 years ago, in the entertainment industry, let's make this quick. 2 years ago in the entertainment industry, across the board with actors, writers, and directors, writers, actors, and directors. I know y'all think it's the same, but it's not. With different unions and stuff and different guilds. But they signed this new contract because it was like, hey, voiceover actors got in on it too. But anyway, everybody was like, hey, man, we see this AI thing coming up, and y'all, and they've been still cheating us on residuals and royalties. So that's trash. So all this stuff was happening. It's like, we going on strike. We want a new contract. This is what the dummies didn't realize. See, I'm sorry I said dummies. I don't mean in the way y'all probably interpret it. But anyway, so what happened is they rewrote us a 3-year contract. When you do negotiations, ever in the past, when you do negotiations, it is negotiation for pretty much forever until it changes next time. Like if the pay is if the pay is like day rate was like $1,200 a day, and if you go up on the day rate to $1,500, you don't say that this contract is for 3 years, because that means you can go up to $1,500 for the next 3 years and go back down to $1,200. So that was the first thing that was alarming to me. And I was telling them, I was like, man, the way I've been looking at stuff, and I'm heavy into tech, and y'all know, obviously, we in crypto. I'm like, you do realize when they say 3-year contract, that just means give them time to figure out how to use AI or whatever, because it's a 3-year contract. It's not indefinitely or whatever. Nobody listened to me. Everybody's like, man, like y'all probably don't finna do to me now. Like, man, he's being negative. He's being bearish. He's doing all this kind of stuff. That was 2 years ago. As of 2 weeks ago, they started making contracts. Lionsgate started making deal with it. They made a deal with an AI company, and two other big studios made deals with AI companies. And I'm like, and they all look at me crazy, inboxing me and stuff. I'm like, I told y'all Oh man, how long have I been off? Something told me I don't know how the camera got unplugged. That was really annoying. Okay, you said that 7 minutes ago. You said that 3 minutes ago. So I shouldn't have been off too long. What was the last thing you heard me say? Oh man, I don't know how the camera got unplugged. Hmm. Always something. Hold on, I'm gonna wait to see. Hmm. Wait, is the stream even on? Somebody got to be able to tell me the last thing I said. Maybe it just went out. I don't know. Um, the chat was frozen too. All right. 3 minutes ago, I was pretty much just saying that I feel like we're about to go through another Great Depression after this cycle is over. So it's best to be trying to save your money. But back to the ports thing. Oh, the 3 year contract with AI. Oh, that was a minute ago. Um, okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I gotta go back to there. Let's make it quick. So what I was saying was they did a 3 year contract in the entertainment industry or whatever, and people didn't realize that contract was going to be up. And after a while, that was 2 years ago, and as of 2 weeks ago, Lionsgate and a lot of other studios started signing contracts with AI companies to use the AI companies for various jobs in the industry, and it's making people see that yeah, they are definitely going to take your jobs. I was trying to tell people that I was trying to tell people that don't think this contract is a win. It's not a clear win or whatever. They just trying to give themselves 3 years to figure out how to use AI. Anyway, I think it's the same thing with the dock workers or whatever. They can make whatever deal they want to make now, but I still feel like it's going to be crazy. And like I said, that we're heading into a Great Depression, and everybody, when you make your money at the end of the crypto cycle, you need to be trying to save your money. Don't try to, trick off and buy a whole bunch of luxury cars or whatever. Even though you feel like, man, I got this money, I should be able to spend it. But I don't think this is the time to be doing that. And I was saying, it feels weird every time I have to repeat something, but I was just saying, like the people that lived through the Great Depression, they didn't think they were going to live through it. They didn't necessarily deserve to go through it. But in every part of history, there's got to be somebody that goes through something. Whereas World War I, World War II, or whatever it is, and this is just the stuff we're gonna have to go through this time period of life. I don't know. It could be from 2028 to 2035, but just be thankful you have your loved ones and life, health, and strength, and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, back to this. So with this, like I said, I was saying a lot of good stuff. I hate that y'all didn't hear it, and I don't know. We're just gonna play it how it is. But anyway, with this doc thing or whatever, I keep saying that everybody is talking about the war. But as I said yesterday, for one, we already had a lot of ships destroyed during the hurricane already. And I think they were saying on Sunday it was 3 shipments back or 3 big ships backed up. And as of Monday, the next day after they started the strike, it was up to 40 ships backed up. And if this continues to go on, there's going to be more and more ships backed up, which causes inflation. And I see a lot of people saying is I see a lot of people dang, I wish that the stream didn't freeze up there. I was saying a lot of good stuff. I'm trying to keep it together. But what I've been seeing people saying is like, oh, this war thing is nothing. It'll be a thing, and then we'll go back up from here. We still got 50 basis points coming, blah blah blah, by end of the year and all this kind of stuff. But if these shipments keep getting backed up, now stick with me here for a couple of minutes now, because I'm gonna tell you both sides of it. So, but with the shipments backed up, and we keep getting goods backed up, we went from 2 ships backed up to 40 ships backed up, and that was just as of yesterday. It could be way more ships now. What if we up to 80 ships? And so if the ships keep getting backed up, the price of goods is going to go up, which means more inflation, which makes it doesn't make it easier for Powell to stay with me now, at least for 3 minutes. You got to focus on everything I'm saying. So if the shipments get backed up and then the goods start getting inflating, that's inflation, and it's going to give him the reason to say, well, it's hard to curve inflation right now because of goods or whatever. And therefore we can't cut interest rates as much as we thought. I know everybody says it's guaranteed, and it could be. I could be wrong, but everybody's saying it's guaranteed we get 50 basis points, and it could be more. But yeah, if inflation goes up, then it's going to be hard for them to kind of do this stuff or whatever. And I know that's just one thing, so y'all be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But now here's the here's the devil's advocate. It's the same topic. Here's the devil's advocate. Or is them doing this with the shipments uh their way of forcing consumers. Remember, we talked about consumer confidence and consumers being confident to spend money. What if this is their way to force people to spend money? And because they're good for covering up the part of the story that they want. Because I've been saying this for forever. I know people talking about the wars and stuff, but I feel like the catalyst they want is to be the next interest rates cuts or whatever, or after the election. It's a lot to say. Feel like they want that to be the catalyst. So anything in between time, they're going to slow it down in any way they can. So devil's advocate would be is this doc situation gets handled, and then they still do the interest rate cuts. But whatever, in the meantime, not next week, I feel like they want to slow this down because people are like, oh, we're going to go up next week. It's just going to go to Valhalla. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm trying to hit my notes and hit them very shortly. So, yeah, like I said, what if they keep halting the dock workers and the port shipments and stuff like that, that could slow down the interest rate cuts, or him saying they got to do smaller cuts because of whatever. Already talked about the dock automation. I just talked about that, playing the devil's advocate, the Uno reverse card, forcing consumers to spend and acting like, because they can act like consumer confidence is up, and whatever. I talked about that too. But yeah. So and here's another thing. This is the thing that I wish I would have. I'm not even gonna beat myself up. I didn't have enough time to finish this, but I've been looking at some patterns that, just being honest, it kind of pissed me off when I realized what they were, or what I think I'm seeing, and I didn't get a chance to finish it before the stream. But so the question you probably have is, oh, if you're saying all this stuff that you've said today, what do you think? I think we still got one more catalyst, and that is not next week, where people, like I said, people are saying, don't worry, guys, this war thing is nothing. We're gonna be back up in next week. I think if we're gonna do, this is gonna sound crazy, but if it's gonna be an up or down, they could do a double down and just completely erase October. I know it's self-fulfilling prophecy usually, whatever, blah 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 blah, but I think I'm thinking we're not gonna get a real up until like the middle of November. Um, to be honest, I feel like it could be another up or down. That would be the third week. Am I saying the third one to? Yeah, the third week of October, not next week, because next week would be the second week, which is everybody saying, "Oh, we're gonna be up by next week." I feel like the third week is. I gotta finish looking at the stuff I'm studying or whatever. But like I say, you can see this as bearish, you can see this as bullish. Because long term, I'm still bullish, but as of right now, I think we still have some more time to accumulate. I wish I finished the research before I got on stream, but maybe I'll just do that for tomorrow's stream. But a lot of people saying go to sleep and wake back up next week. I'm not gonna say no names, but no, that ain't. I don't think that's gonna be the call. I can almost boldly say I don't think that's gonna be what's happening. Um, damn, I hate that I had that little freeze part. It's always something with my streams. I know it, but anyway. Oh, do I talk about that yet, or do I talk about that tomorrow? Yeah, I feel like more so like middle of November. I'm gonna try to put the two things together today when I'm studying, and maybe talk about it tomorrow. This went a little bit rougher than I wanted it to, but yeah, I'm not really focused on the war as much as I am this whole doc situation. And everybody just keeps talking about the war and calling people stupid. Like, you haven't seen a war before, or I've seen this play out before. Yeah, we all seen it play out before, but there's other things at play right now, not including the election and all that kind of stuff as well. Um, what is that? Oh no. So where we at now? We're at mm, yeah. So anyway, sorry that went a little rougher than I wanted to, but this is something I'm really, really looking into. That was not as smooth as I wanted to, but it's a conversation. Katie K said, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too." I think somebody said even the chat was frozen for a minute. I don't know what happened there. Joe, Joe, what kind of name is that? There has been war in the Middle East since the beginning of time. We will be fine. Yeah, but we got other stuff. That's what I think. You must have said that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I'm not talking about no war, man. That's what everybody else talking about. I'm not even studying that. I'm on something totally different, man. But yeah, I'm talking about in the short term though. Teddy said why and typo. Uh, wait, did you have another message, Ted? Sometimes the streaming software be tripping. Deepak said, "Hey, bro, I'm new to crypto and have been following you for a while. Great stuff. Any discount on the Patreon? No discounts. If anything, the price is going to go up. Because to be honest, the further I get into the cycle, the more I realize the value of my Patreon too, and realize how many other people don't even know what they're doing. So now, I mean, it's actually crazy that some people have higher prices than mine and not even leading people in the right way. So I'm just sorry, bro. If anything, the price is going to go up." Teddy says, "So you're saying we should be long in PayPal stock?" I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't even mess with stocks anymore. Sometimes I wish I did do Nvidia and coin because you kind of saw it coming, but I just like it's enough focusing on different crypto projects, so I don't want to be in both of those. That's just how my brain works. So I keep saying I do so many other things too, and got so many other companies and things that I do that I just don't have the bandwidth to be trying to do all those different things. Carmen B said the chat frozen. Yeah, I don't know. It was about 4 minutes. Yeah, because I guess I was trying to talk to y'all and the camera cut off because I lost power. Anyway, sorry about that. And I know some of that stuff got rougher than I wanted it to be. Dave Flower said about 4 minutes. He's talking about 3-year contract. I see you said contracts. I'm stuck. Say I'm stocked up for 2 months at least. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're just gonna see how this plays out because I mean it doesn't. It's crazy. I think people think like well if it's one day of stop shipments that is only one day of stopped goods or maybe 1 week, but no, one day of stopped shipments could be a couple of weeks of goods missing. So yeah, I was trying to tell my friends as early as possible to go ahead and stock up. But yeah, because yeah, one day of shipment could be your next 3 weeks of groceries and all that kind of stuff. And then we're not trying to buy at higher prices anyway, or either. Dave Flower said, "We keep a big victory garden, and right now 13 chickens, full pantry, many guns and ammo." You sound like me, man. Except for I want to get on the farm side of everything. Like far as I ain't gonna lie, I thought about going vegan a couple of times, but um, I do want to farm raise some, maybe farm raise fish or I don't know, chickens, goats. I know other people that sounds country, but now I'm definitely but the garden and the ammo, yeah, yeah, we on that, definitely on that. It's funny because I don't be honest, I don't even think I have a lot, but every time somebody comes over, they're like, "Bro, who you about to go to war with?" And I'm just like, I thought this was normal. Like I didn't know y'all. Yeah, so we ready on that front. Um, Said nice. I'm in Arizona and ooh, Arizona. Man, I stopped through Arizona. I don't know how y'all live in Arizona, man. I think you said AZ, right? Arizona got a whole different type of heat. A whole different type of heat. And the crazy, my mother's from New York and I lived there a while, but I'm mainly like a southern boy. So I'm like, I'm used to the south and heat by now. Nah, y'all's heat is that heat is I was trying to like sightsee or something. I literally came outside for 5 minutes and went right back inside. Like that's a whole another heat. I mean, Like the old people say, made me not want to go to hell because that's just crazy. That's on Earth. But you got some kind of strength if you dealing with Arizona heat. That's some real desert stuff. Um, Demetri said, "What do you think of Alephium?" I mean, it's cool. It's not really on my. They had a little run because a lot of people shilling or whatever. But far as I don't know, as far as long term, it's not like something I'm looking to really hold. Like I said, I've been saying this for men. Their programming language is different, and so you know, a lot of people trying to get onto the other programming languages. Rust and some of the other stuff. And I think, as far as I remember, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm just not. I haven't looked into them lately, but last I checked, their programming language was Ralph, which is Ralph is really not that common. So I'm just like, like how many developers and stuff is that gonna? How many developers is that going to attract to your ecosystem? With that being their programming language, and I know like a lot of people see it as people try to shill as the next Casper or whatever. I don't know. It's just not something that I'm trying to really like hold long term. Like I said, and a lot of people talking about this cycle, like how a lot of projects have, a lot of projects talk about TVL locked, and that's why people be trying to invest in projects. But people are really like, all right, cool. This is like we kind of deep into crypto. Like, what apps do you have? What is developing? What dApps, apps, applications, and use cases are you building on your chain? And I'm not knocking them, but I'm just saying that with that being their programming language, it's not going to attract a lot of developers. I mean, that's really all I can say about it. Um, if it's something you want to hold, then cool. I'm pretty sure some people gonna shill it. Let's see where it's at right now. Actually, it's back down to where I last saw it at a long time ago, like last year. So, man, that's up to you. It had a little run up because a lot of people was trying to say it was going to do a run like Casper. Yeah, it's not going to be something I hold. I'm just trying to answer. I'm trying to answer in detail and not just like give you the cold shoulder because I know a lot of people don't ask me about projects on here anymore. But yeah, I just unless Ralph becomes more popular, I don't know what to tell you. Dave Flower said South Carolina, our fall broccoli and cabbage is beginning to head. Cool, cool. That's dope. Eb, how are you? Man, I was going to talk about it on stream too. I hate. Listen, man. I'm not a news station. I try to put my notes in here together. Sometimes the streams don't come together like I want, but that's one thing I was going to talk about too. But the whole thing in the Carolinas right now, I think is more so. I know it's Asheville and what's the other little town? I can't remember, but they got hit hard. Them and it's a couple other places got hit hard, and like the news is not covering it at all. Like one of those towns looked like a straight up ghost town. Like you could shoot Walking Dead there, and I think like the bridges to Asheville and some other town got like cut off. Like the bridges are flooded. People can't get in and out of the town. It's like no news coverage. And I was telling people it's like watching Katrina all over again. Like they really like if you really think about how that played out. Now some of us were kids and some of us were babies and stuff. But if you go and really look at the timeline of like when Katrina happened and when they started talking about it, when you really start seeing articles about it, like they wasn't helping those people at all. And I'm just hoping everybody in the Carolinas is safe, man, because I mean I would have never expected that in a place like that. Like I mean the bridge is just completely wiped out. Um, it's pretty sad, man. So anyway, I hope you guys are safe. Well, it sounds like you're safe. You're saying your broccoli and cabbage is doing well. So um, yeah, man, it's been crazy. Carmen B said homesteading. Yes, homesteading. I'm trying. I want to become an expert at it. I got a couple of people that I've been like trying to follow and just check out. Uh, like their different things. Cause I've done gardens before. Like I said, I mean, I lived in New York, but I'm pretty much a Southern boy. Um, you know, but yeah, I've had gardens before, but like full on, like I'm really trying to get into that. Because I mean, I was making, I was like planting potatoes and stuff in the fifth grade. Like I've always liked this before it even became a thing. Carmen B said, "Yep, it's hot in the teens, man. Yeah, I don't know how you do Arizona. Like that's the devil's playground, man. That's like, whew, that's like, well, I don't want to say it like that, but it's hot." Katie Kate said Augusta got a lot of damage too. Over, oh no, what? 166 dead, hundreds missing. So what happened with that? Did they have a tornado spin off, or was it just flooding? Yeah, I saw some stuff in Augusta too. I mean, it's just like trees, just like tree behind. Like usually it's like a big tree in a road here and a big tree in a road here, but it looked like they just wiped all the big trees out, and all the big trees just fell one on top. It was like I got one clip I saw. It looked like it was like 80 trees within a. I'm not lying. Like in a, you know how your neighborhood has different blocks from street to street. It was like between a block and a half to 2 blocks. It looked like it was about 80 to 120 trees. Like every last one of them fell. You know, like when a storm happens, you like, oh, a tree fell on my neighbor's house. Like all the trees fell on everybody's houses. Like it was like no houses were missed. So man, it's just crazy. That's why I say you just gotta be thankful for life. Like I said, I know some of y'all probably get tired of my hippie talk, but I'm for real, man. Like you gotta be thankful for life. Like what? The Dikembe Mutombo just passed away. He was 58. Yeah, a lot of us may not be 58, but that's like young. My mother's older than that easily. 58 is not old, man. Like bro didn't even get to 60, man. So it's sad. But man, 166 dead. Man, I don't even. I started getting in my emotions, man. Carmen B said, "Yeah, my aunt has needed power since Friday." Oh man, oh man. Oh, you said she's been without power since Friday. Ah, jeez. Katie K said, "Oh, the dead people are from North Carolina." Yeah, that's sad, man. That's sad. Demetrius said, "I'm from New York, but I live in Atlanta. Got some customers in Nashville. It's really bad over there. The stores got flooded." Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy how the stuff, like I said, you in Atlanta, right? And Asheville is like right up the street, and how all that stuff can just happen around you. It's just crazy. And I've even seen people in Florida like that. I know some people in Florida that usually get hit, and they were like, "Man, we got lucky. It didn't hit us, but it hit this other place that never really gets hit or whatever." So that's why you gotta be thankful. And I mean, anything can happen, man. The unexpected can always happen. That's why I say about diversifying the crypto. Like you like, oh, that's gonna be the best one. And sometimes it's the one you're not thinking that's gonna be the most bullish that ends up being bullish. And as I always say, it's not even the lowest market cap one all the time. You just gotta learn the life don't make sense sometimes. We gotta stop expecting it to make sense. That was one of my problems. Like it's hard realizing life is not fair, but it isn't. Um, even I say with my channel, like my genuine, I have more of a want to help a certain number of people than I have of wanting a certain number of people in my group to make money or whatever. And it's crazy that it's not that I feel like I know I have some of the best alpha in the space, but other people can't see it. You know what I mean? So life doesn't make sense sometimes. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm praying for all those people. I didn't know about that in the Carolinas. I mean, obviously, as bad as it was, I knew it was probably a couple of deaths, but I didn't know it was close to 200. But anyway, if I could recap, um, the dock workers and the port strike or whatever, I'm gonna keep up with it. I don't know if anything has changed since I've been on stream, but the government seems like they're trying to help them on their side or whatever. The government, I know, but like I said, even 1 or 2 days is not good. 1, 2 days, half a days, and we definitely don't want this to go on for days and weeks because it could get real ugly real quick. And then Powell could be an excuse for them to say they're not going to cut rates. But overall, I don't think it's going to be a thing where we wake up next week and the market is back up. And if it is, trust and believe that third week is going to probably get trashy. I know I'm the only stupid person probably saying that, and it's easy to go with the flow and say it's October though, it's got to go up, and I just don't think that's how it's going to play out. Um, Next week will definitely tell us what's coming. But I'm gonna study these little patterns that I've been seeing. I'm not talking about no Wyckoff. If y'all think not saying Wyckoff is stupid, you can't use that. But I'm not even talking about Wyckoff. I usually be trying to do my own thing, which is whatever. Anyway, 55 minutes. How do we get here? My plan was for a 30-minute stream, but we here at 55 minutes. I know. It got a little crazy in the middle, and then we had a freeze part of the stream, and I try to have better notes, but Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And yeah, the war is not the only thing to be paying attention to. Is the main point that I wanted to bring about. Everybody's talking about the war, but that is not the only thing that you should be paying attention to. There's actually a lot of other stuff. Well, we can get into the political stuff and all that too. Um, but yeah, I'm watching this doc situation. Um, and I thought, like I said, I had the revelation at the end of the stream, and I did. I went and watched, and it's way worse than I thought it was when I talked about it yesterday, which is why I felt the need to talk about it again today. Why everybody's just talking about the missiles and the fact that they fought before. Yeah, we know that there's always war in the Middle East. I'm not even talking about that. But anyway, let me get out of here. I was supposed to have 30 minutes because I was supposed to be doing some more research. But listen, if you want to get into one of the best Patreons in the space that get you into plays early and make you some money, a lot of money by the end of this bull run and all that kind of good stuff, then join the Patreon at patreon.com/cryptozo. I saw somebody ask a question on the chat. Maybe I'll answer them. But yeah, for who was it? Demetrius? Somebody asked that. Yeah, to be honest, the price is only gonna go up from here. To be honest, there's no discounts and stuff like that because I'm seeing it as the value that's in the group. I'm not seeing it as oh, let me put a discount so I can get more people because it doesn't matter to me of money coming from other places. So it's not a money thing. It's about having that's a level that lets me know you're serious about investing. You're not gonna come in my group with no BS and no trash. Because I hear how other people stuff they deal with their in groups. Man, I'll delete everybody at the group before I deal with a whole bunch of fussing and fighting and all that kind of bull crap. I just don't have time for it. My sanity is the most important thing to me. Patreon ain't about making no money for me. It's about helping people that want to help themselves. And like I said, you can think it's conspiracy, a game or not, but I really do feel like there's another depression coming in our lifetime. No, you don't want to live through it, but I feel like you should be saving this money. Um, I could, but what's the need to having a Lambo? I see myself. The thing I'm worrying about now is trying to figure out how to, this taxes is gonna work because I really see myself probably giving a lot of money away to like family and stuff. And I got a mother to take care of, my grandfather, other loved ones. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that cause people to stick together a whole lot more than they've been doing. Um, One thing I didn't know growing up is, I thought Tyler Perry was making up these stories and making black people look bad, but apparently black, white, Hispanic, everybody has bigger family problems than I knew. But if anything, it's going to cause families and friends to stick together more. I feel like it's so. At least you got a fair warning. Yeah, AI is going to be taking a lot of jobs, and I'm just praying that y'all use this money y'all making this bull cycle to save as a nest egg and take care of yourself and live below your means and help take care of family and stuff because I think it's going to get real ugly out here. Yeah, so that's that. I probably got some more to say, but it's too late in the stream. But anyway, if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. Demetrius said, I'm a miner also for extra income, and it was just wondering if you thought it was worth keeping the coins. And now, I mean, stuff like that, to be honest, stuff like Alephium and Casper and some of these other minor ones, you just mine that for income. Like I feel like, and buy some other projects, not financial advice, but that's what I would do. I don't know if I would say hold it for long term. I'm pretty sure it could go up from here, but it's not one of my most bullish. I don't think it's like a super bullish pick, but it's up to you. But like I said, the programming language is a little different, so I don't know how many developers and the stuff that they could attract to the platform or the chain. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I got to study. Patreon.com/cryptos.